Long there, everybody. It's your boy MC. Subscribe to this channel. Yeah, I know things been quiet. It's the first 100 days of Trump, a whole lot of things. And I like the comment he did on Deion Sanders' son. He put hey, he put some words down on the NFL. How dare them draft him in the third round? So some told me not to really pay so much attention to the draft, but get on. Let's get with Jasmine Crockett on something. Let's check out her net worth. You know what I mean? She's trying to blow all that smoke, protect the country. I don't believe none of her constituents, and do all that race basing. And the read out show is something to talk about too. So I'm gonna resurface some of that so we can see the similarities of what was really jumping off. But before we get this show started, let's see like how all of this inciting this violent things was about to play out. Man, I didn't even know nothing about that, but I'm just doing something different from everybody else's because things have just been just too quiet. And let's look at the shocking moment from a few months. Okay, so here we go. Fair use is right on this, and it's gonna be a shocking moment. And let's get it really crizacking. And let's see why it was taken off like this.
Recognize Ms. Crockett.
I have an amendment at the desk.
So there's 5. Will the clerk?
Now, what happened here? It
Everyone
was
has the
about
amendment.
3 months ago.
Everyone has the Crockett amendment on the desk. Will the clerk please report the amendment?
An amendment to the rules of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform for the 119th Congress is offered by Ms. Crockett of Texas.
Without objection, the amendment is considered as read. I reserve a point of order. The gentlewoman is recognized.
So do you see this? House Oversight and Accountability Committee holds an organizational meeting.
Asked for 5 minutes to explain her amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
5 minutes.
During the 118th Congress, Oversight Republicans disbanded one of the most important subcommittees in Congress, the subcommittee.
See, she's revving up, always having things written down. You can tell, like, she know how to read and shake that head and stuff like this. And it's looking like she just totally bored to me. Like, damn, I thought I was going to have a family at this time or something.
Civil rights and civil liberties. And now in the 119th Congress, the chairman and House Republicans have decided to prioritize the demands of the real president,
See?
Elon Musk, and his billionaire friends over the needs of the American
It's
people.
all about the billionaire friends, but what about the millionaire friends? Isn't she a part of that club?
Now, we are about to approach the birthday of Martin Luther King. It's actually tomorrow. And on January 20th will be the inauguration of Donald Trump, but it will also be the observation of MLK Day. And the fact that we have decided that in this country we are not going to honor civil rights should be something that we all take issue with. Considering the fact, for some that don't know what civil rights are about, because some people only believe that it deals with black folk, let me explain. Civil and political rights are a class of rights that protect individuals' freedom from the infringement by governments, social organizations, and private individuals. They ensure one's entitlement to participate in the civil and political rights are a class of rights that protect individuals' freedom from the infringement by governments, social organizations, and private individuals. They ensure one.
Now, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to tell you why. If it protects our freedom, why in the heck in Houston and in all these blue states you was letting many, 20 million immigrants in? So I know some of the brothers from the CIA and them FBI women that's going to say something on this, but let's hear some more. It is to what?
Are a class of rights that protect individuals' freedom from the infringement by governments, social organizations, and private individuals. They ensure one's entitlement to participate in the civil and political life of society and the state. Defined another way, the right to be free from discrimination, the freedom to worship as we choose, the right to vote for our elected representatives, the protections of due process, the right to privacy. If any of that sounds familiar, it is because these are rights that are born out of our Constitution, something that
And look, pointing the finger as if she's really teaching these people something. And it's this little messed up attitude. See, what is she covering up and why she has to be the face of our black women in America? Because those 9 million big ones, supposedly, possibly, maybe the internet is wrong. They just throwing out numbers for the heck of it. And then to be in a job position where, you know, a lot of these people make $174,000 a year, and to be at a net worth of 9 million, that's a hell of a real estate investment. And she only did some lawyering for 3 years. So let's get
we
some more.
all supposedly have sworn an oath to, and we swear to not only, we don't just swear to it, we are supposed to protect those rights. Interestingly enough, we just had the funeral of one of our beloved presidents. And I caught a flight to Austin on the day of the funeral. And I had the honor,
5 minutes to explain her amendment.
thank you, and House Republicans have decided.
Now this I don't think is the one where I've seen this, but and this is the part where things went hell of a north.
To
Get
those
ready.
members of Congress that knew that voting for this bill meant that they would not be returning to Congress, but they had the courage to do what was right for this country and make sure that
Look like
the
you got-
Congress for the signing of the bill as it relates to the Voting Rights Act. Now, for her, it was a bit in real and true representation because I do have a Section 2 seat as our Voting Rights Act has been decimated. But one of the stories that she told me was that her father asked her about coming over to the Congress for the signing of the bill as it relates to the Voting Rights Act.
Uh-oh.
Now, for her, it was a bit inconvenient as an 18-year-old to have to leave the White House and go over to Congress. And she asked her father, why should we go over to the Congress, Daddy, to sign this particular bill? And she said, we need to go over to the Congress because we
Right
need
here.
to pay due respect to those members of Congress that knew that voting for this bill meant that they would not be returning to Congress, but they had the courage to do what was right for this country and make sure that everyone's voices were going to be heard. The one thing that we could do, the very small thing that we could do,
Uh-oh.
is have a little bit of courage and decide that we are going to reinstitute this particular subcommittee because unfortunately, I don't see the type of courage that the people that served back in the 60s had coming out of some of our colleagues. And so I'm asking you to do the courageous thing today and just institute a subcommittee that would make sure that we are looking out for those protections of everyone in this country to make sure that we have real freedom, something that we all supposedly espouse to believe in. And with that, I will yield.
Mr. Chairman.
Gentlelady's time to extract any membership recognition. Ms. Hagan? Oh, Ms. Mace was first. I'm sorry, Ms. Mace.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, I don't know what's going on today. I find it extremely rich and offensive. So we're talking about civil rights. I'm the former ranking member on the Civil Rights Subcommittee, something I believe in civil rights and civil liberties of all Americans. And we were talking about infringement of individual people. Also, quote, the right to privacy of individuals. Coming from a party that can't define what a woman is and won't give women the right to privacy. You all want men with penises, chicks with dicks, in the bathroom with us. You want women to be forced to undress in front of men in the locker room and in dressing rooms. And it's so hypocritical for you to sit here and say and be screaming from the rooftops about right to privacy and civil rights when you don't respect women. And you don't respect women who've been raped, women who are victims of sexual abuse.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. She's letting her have the smoke, but they didn't show this. What they wanted to show was this. Okay? See, they wanted to show this, but I'm going to get back to what they really wanted to show. All right? Now, I'm going to show this. It's like, this is what we're dealing with. She's up there, and it may be because of the results of this. I don't know, supposedly, because look, international law, news, articles, forums, experts, notice, files, judiciary, learning, books, jobs. Jasmine Crockett, 9 million net worth. And husband, we never heard of no husband. $174,000 salary. She also earned rental, and she also earns rental income from her real estate assets. She grew up with a good education. Okay, 7-figure payday. Okay, look. So feel free to go over there and check this out. It may lead you to a whole lot of more. And look, she has been practicing for no more than 2 years, and it's clear she's corrupt, noted to one Republican. Crockett real estate assets value at $9 million, according to the Doom Lusher. She's owned $2 million of townhouses in Dallas, 1.5 million loft in Austin, and 1.5 million in Lakefront County. So it's like they out here putting in some serious work. I mean, not only you're a lawyer, but you're a real estate guru, investor. What's really going on? I mean, and then this is what happens. Because if I have that much invested, why would you be out there putting your livelihood on the line when you know you have all of these assets? This is something like, what you just finna be fun girl, I guess. So feel free to go over there and look at this article, man. Just look at it. And then you got Bernie Sanders there, 15 million, with all them famous books. This is what website this is on. So to get back to where we was originally talking from, man, I'm talking about, this is some way out stuff jumping off. And then I looked over here at the Reed show, and this wasn't what I wanted to look at. Oh, this one. Now we're going to look at where this inciting jumped off at. And this is fair use. All right, let's look at where the inciting of the violence happened. Ooh.
Are struggling right now. So she
Oh,
gonna keep
let's
saying
speed it up.
trans so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all
I
to
am
tell
no
me
child.
whether
Do
or
not call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I am 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will
am
in my
reclaiming my
life.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am
not a
reclaiming
child.
my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not
Okay,
in
all
order.
right. Order.
Point of
You
order.
didn't have enough.
Order,
Because you heard what you
order.
said in the
Chair
earlier
recognizes
clip.
Ms. Crockett.
No, point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Because
State your point.
for you
Is
to
it allowed in the
say,
rules
call her
for
a
a
child and
member
change it to
to
chili
incite
later on
violence
in the
against
news
another
channel
member? I mean,
means
she says
that
to take it outside.
she hit
with-
a blow
Hey,
with
I have the
inside
First Amendment
you,
right too,
And
young
so
man. I have the
I'd like
First
those
Amendment
words
right
to
too.
be
You know what
I'm
taken
not gonna
she
be called
down.
a
said.
child.
I
I'm
am
not gonna
moving
be
to have
called a
those
child
words
by
taken
any of
down.
you.
I believe
That mean what May said hit that darkness within Jasmine, which has came to light. Talking about a party that don't know what a woman is. You up here teaching our kids all of this nonsense and stuff. So that's what I really wanted to get to. See, the news only showed that flare up, but they didn't show the first part of the flare up of what I showed y'all earlier. So that's why I brought that there to y'all attention. But let's go and see the Read Out show. You know, competent, intelligent, and assertive brothers out there and men. Let's go see the Read Out show right now. Should we do that? Huh? Because we know what happened to her. They had to get rid of her because all that race and all this stuff. And watch how both of them, Jasmine and her, Reed, click eye to eye like they just know it's a script jumping off. I mean, like it's a real script jumping off. And fair use to this right here. And I'm gonna speed it up. Let's check this out. Fair use. read out show is in the house. Let's speed it up.
A House
Ready? Read out.
A House Oversight Committee hearing was briefly derailed yesterday after Representative Jasmine Crockett's criticism of Nancy Mace's fixation on anti-trans messaging led to this extraordinary moment.
I can see that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, 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 so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want you to tell me whether or
Do
not.
not call me a child. I am no child.
See? Because she know her saying trans, trans, trans in the earlier conversation was she had to find something to try to tweak and nib at her because it really hit. That's the only comeback that she can come up with, her saying, we don't want these people in our bathroom, and we don't, and us men don't want no women in our bathroom that's looking like men, and we can feel the vibes of what's going on. And I don't think they really want to come in our bathroom. So now our bathroom is just loaded with all kind of stuff jumping off. So
I want to find out which of those emails actually have.
So that's what jumped off. So let's see a little bit of what they're going to be trying to talk about and convince us what it was really was. So here it is.
To this day is composed of 1/3 Black people. So,
Mm-hmm.
Representative Crockett said child, not child. Nancy Mace is from South
Yeah,
Carolina,
child.
America's Nancy Mace lives
But it don't make no
a
difference.
homogeneous lifestyle. Representative Crockett said child, not child. Nancy Mace is from South Carolina, America's OG slave market, which to this day is composed of 1/3 Black people. So, you'd think she'd be passingly familiar with the term.
So she's supposed to be
Congressman
educating
Crockett,
us
the lone word
on what
after the change.
blackness
Congresswoman Crockett joins me
is.
now.
And this
Congresswoman-
show, her show is simply about, even in South Central and in the hood, everybody ain't caught up on race, black, this, that, boogeyman. Just not.
There's a thing that the young folks call clout chasing.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me show you the pinned tweet on
So they call it clout
Nancy
chasing.
Mace's Twitter right now. Here's two tweets.
Well-
One, I am no child. I'm going the FUCK off. So cussing, threatening you. What is happening here?
Listen, I don't really know what to say of Donald Trump's party because it's not the Republican Party. And for anyone who considers themselves to be a Republican, then I ask you, if you are someone that believes in small government, if you are someone who believes in family values, if you are someone who believes in law and order, there is nothing about the people that still have R in front of their name that lines up with that.
See?
It is time to find a
So feel free to go and check out that show because look, if you want to believe in family, to me it looked like, hey, their state got a lot of marriages in it and a whole lot of family stuff in it. But
new home. I know that it can be easy to just say, well, let me select the R, but if we're going to get back to real standards and if we're going to actually get back to conducting business in the House, then we need to get some serious people in right now. People play on the fact that they can make money. I literally had my team look up her FEC documents because
and I already showed you that she's making money.
in my soul, I was like, you must be broke. She's not exactly broke, but I have 3 times as much money on hand. She needs some more money. So this was about money. And the idea that you would do it at the expense of children or the idea that
And then that's the cover up. She needs some money because she's making money. Talking about now all of a sudden she judged. I really don't think so. Thank y'all for checking out this show, man. I only just wanted to show a few clips. That's all I wanted to do. Until then, baby. Ooh, I just can't believe, dang.